This is the jar of names. It's how I say hello. If you want to get your name in the jar of names, you just have to keep commenting. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. There goes the baker with his tray like always. The same old bread and rolls to sell. We're making baguettes. Here's what you'll need. 250 grams of strong white flour, 5 grams of salt, fast action dried yeast, 30 millilitres of olive oil, 180 millilitres of water, and this will make 2 small baguettes. Step 1, mix it up. Place the flour, the salt, the yeast, the olive oil, and most of the water into a bowl and mix slowly, continuing to add the water. Alright then. So the recipe I was following for this was on the BBC website. It was Paul Hollywood's one. They were using fancy technology where it mixes it for you. It's got like a bread hook or something. Obviously I don't have one, so I'm using my muscle power, which apparently you can use. You just have to do it for a lot longer. So that's what I did. If anyone remembers my failed attempt at doing Finnish pulla, you'll know that the yeast died before I put it in. It was dead before I put it in. But another way that yeast can die is if you put it in direct contact with salt. So what you're seeing here is I'm making little places to put each one at different sides of the bowl before you mix it together. So I put the salt on one side and the yeast on the other so that the salt won't kill the yeast. The dough that I got at the end seemed to be okay. It was very, very sticky, so I did add a little bit more flour because it was just too sticky to hold and I couldn't do anything with it. And even so, it still was a little bit sticky afterwards, even after I added some more flour. But apparently bakers are split down the middle about which is a good dough, if it's a sticky dough or not so sticky dough. So at least I pleased half of them. Step 2, rise from the grave. Place the dough into an oiled bowl. Cover it up in rise for 2 hours so that the dough will double in size. Step 3, Nakao. After you've oiled a surface, you can dust your hands with flour and you need to divide the dough into 2 separate doughs. Then you need to knock back, fold and stretch the dough. The knock back is basically just kneading. Then shape the dough so they look like baguettes. I think I'm doing this wrong. I think I need to make them more long. More like a long baguette, but these are called small baguettes. I think I'm taking that too literally, so I'm making them too small. Step 4, wait once more. Place on a tray and cover and rise until it's doubled in size, and place a tin in a preheated oven that's at 200 degrees. Later we'll pour water onto that tin, which will make steam, which will help with the crust. Step 5, out of the fire. Slash the baguettes 3 times across the top. Then place in an oven for 30 minutes. I actually did 20 minutes. And then you need to drop the temperature to 180 degrees for another 10 minutes, which I did after 20 minutes. Then I'm going to leave my chunky baguettes on a wire rack to cool. Marie, the baguettes! Hurry up! Please? Hey look, I made lunch. It's a chicken mayo sandwich. If you ever wondered what happened to that chicken I sold in Harvest Moon, that's what happened. Now this video is yours, you can like it, you can share it, or you can make it your wife. Look, now I go, this video was strange but special.